So this is my first foray into the world of podcasting, and I'm jumping in with both feet for this National Podcasting Challenge for November. While I was considering what story I wanted to share for this challenge, many stories came to mind, but only one kind of kept nudging me, asking to be told. And it's a story that really excites me, but also severely intimidates me because it's one that's been 22 years in the making. And I've been asked in the past to share parts of this story, but I've always kind of shuffled it off because summarizing it can be a real challenge. I wanted to share all the details, but then you risk overwhelming people with all the minutia. And it should be summarized in a nice little package, but I kept wondering, will I be able to do it justice? Will I forget things? And will I just miss the point of what I'm trying to convey? I wanted to bring everybody in and try to connect, but I also wanted to preserve some of the details just for our family to be private and just to be between us. I chose the name of this podcast as Beyond the Spectrum because that's really what I hope that our journey will express, recognizing the labels and the perceptions as guidelines to understand the spectrum disorder. But then, as we did, kind of pushing beyond limitations and expectations into uncharted territory. I think that's part of why we had such success, because we didn't feel like we were kind of caged by a diagnosis, but felt like it just gave us the insight that we needed to understand what the typical boundaries were, and then, as I said, just kind of push right through them. So the purpose of this podcast is threefold. One, simply because there's many who are on the spectrum, or possibly family members of people on the spectrum that have asked me or my family how we've had the successes that we've had. And I have no idea if our journey will help you, but I'm willing to share the things that I'll share in the hopes that it will be beneficial. Two, there's power in connection. And I hope that other families with similar journeys can resonate with our story and smile and laugh and cry and cheer and just have hope. And three, for those who simply find the spectrum intriguing, for people who might want to increase their sensitivity, for people with special needs of all kinds, for those who find the mind fascinating, for people who maybe want to know more but don't exactly know how or when or what to ask. Just come and listen and allow yourself the ability to walk around in the memories of our journey with us and just settle in. Lastly, every journey with a special needs person or family will be different, and this specific story is ours. So some of the details can be generalized to the broader spectrum, while other parts are just simply unique to us. So this podcast will try very hard to give insight into our family, but it's also my hope that each listener can apply any pertinent details to their own world and their own family. Just throughout this podcast, you're invited to overlap your journey with ours, and I hope that we can impact one another positively along the way.